My name is Gladys Aylward. I have written to the head of the Missionary Society. His reply stated that he would see me if I ever came to London. If he's busy, I can wait.
Just one moment, please. Sit down, won't you? Dr. Robinson will see you now, Miss Aylward.
How nice of you to drop in so soon.
I decided to come after I had received your letter. I couldn't wait any longer.
You've severed your connections in Liverpool?
There wasn't much to sever. I brought everything I own with me.
I see. Well, sit down, please.
Well, you are going to use me, aren't you? You are going to send me to China.
It's quite impossible.
Why?
Look, I'm terribly sorry about this. I blame myself for not having been more clear in my letter, but...
But why can't you use me?
To be a missionary in China today is frightfully difficult. I'm not speaking from hearsay. I spent 3 years there for every year I spent here at home.
You don't know what you'll be facing. The filth, the squalor, the hardships in the remote areas.
Well, that doesn't frighten me. I'm strong. I'm used to hard work.
My dear girl, don't you understand? You're just not qualified. We send to China only those of our people who have very special education and experience.
I know. I've had a very ordinary schooling, and since then I've been a servant. But I've read. I've studied by myself. I worked at the Liverpool Mission on my days off.
I understood that from your letters. And I do understand the strong call you feel for China, but...
But it isn't enough. Thank you anyway.
Have you any plans?
No.
Well, forgive me, but are you all right for money?
Oh, I'll get a job.
That may be difficult. There's so much unemployment now.
I'll manage.
No, wait, please. I may be able to help you. See, people sometimes contact us when they have positions. Old China hands, clergymen, and so on. I suppose they feel confidence in anyone we recommend. Yes, here's one. Sir Francis Jimison, the explorer and a good friend to China missions. Now, I'd be very happy to approach him for you. That is, if you've had experience as a second maid.
Yes. Yes, I have. For that, I'm qualified.
Morning.
Morning. What is the fare to China, please?
China? But where in China, miss?
Wherever I can get to the quickest.
Exactly £90 by boat.
Is that the cheapest way?
Oh, no, that's not the cheapest way. The cheapest way is overland with the Trans-Siberian Railroad. That is only £41.
It's a lot, but it's better.
Unfortunately, it's quite impossible. Look, will you come over here? I explain. So, this is the route. You go from England to Holland, across Germany, Poland, Russia, Siberia, China. The best, it's a very long, dangerous, and difficult trip. But over and above that, at the moment, there is a situation on the Russian-Chinese border to which both parties have sent troops. There's already been considerable disturbance.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
But, miss, there's been shooting. This may turn into a war.
But why would anyone bother me?
Miss, Millfields undertakes to deliver its clients to their destinations, usually in good health, but always alive. And we cannot guarantee your deliverance to China alive, not by the overland route.
I'm on my way to Chelsea, a mile away. Who can guarantee that I'll get there alive? Will you book me a passage, please?
Very well, then. For what date?
Oh, I don't know yet. I haven't got 41 pounds. But I'll pay something on account and come back every week and add to it. I'm very reliable.
I don't doubt it. But we don't sell tickets that way. Look, couldn't you save it up and then bring it in?
I might get discouraged. If I know I own a small part of a ticket, it'll be easier. There, I'll take the pennies and leave you the rest there. That is £1 and 5 shillings.
Is that all you have?
Isn't it enough for the first payment?
Miss, you can't leave yourself with just 4 pennies to your name.
Oh, that's all right. I'm on my way to a new job.
Well, supposing you don't like the new job or it just doesn't work.
I'll make it work.
Will you spell your name for me, please? Last name first.
Well, mission don't send flighty ones, and that's a blessing. Come in.
You're Gladys Aylward? I'm Miss Thompson, the housekeeper. I expected you an hour ago.
Oh,
No excuses, please. Are you an experienced second maid?
Yes, Miss Thompson. I've worked for...
We'll soon see. The wages are 19 shillings a week, Thursday and every second Sunday off from 10 till 10.
That'll be fine, thank you.
I should think so. Please remember, there are 50 girls for every job in London. I'll take you to your room. Short of breath, are you?
Oh, it's just a suitcase.
The room's small, but it's clean.
Oh, it's fine, thank you.
Good. Now, Gladys, stop it. Why do you want to make work for yourself on your day off?
Oh, it was straight. And with people coming in for tea, you would have bitten my head off if I'd left it.
Good morning, Sir Francis.
Good morning, Sir Francis.
Was he annoyed at your being there?
No, I don't think so. He said what he always says. Good morning.
I dare say you want your money. And I dare say it'll be spent by the time you get back tonight.
Every penny. Every single penny.
With that, I make the grand total £24 9 shillings. Why, that's more than half your ticket.
Oh, then at this moment I'm entering the western end of Siberia.
Well, not quite. Tomorrow, perhaps.
Oh, tomorrow I'll be halfway through it. I'm cleaning a lazy woman's kitchen this afternoon, bless her. And serving at a birthday party this evening. That's at least another 10 shillings.
And much too much work. You haven't had a holiday for 3 months.
Oh, I don't need one.
You'll be exhausted by the time you get there.
Oh, I won't. I'll have lots of energy left. Lots left to use. Goodbye. Birthday cake, Bessie, with half a yellow rose.
Oh, Glad, whatever have you done?
What is it?
Gladys, take off your coat and put on your apron. Sir Francis is waiting in the library.
Sir Francis?
Those gentlemen came to tea. There was an argument about a book. Walled Cities of China, it was.
Oh.
Sir Francis went to the shelf and it was gone. He rang for me. Perhaps it's been borrowed, I said. I didn't lend it, he shouted. Search the house. And there it was, under your pillow. A book worth £50. I'm afraid this is the end, Gladys.
Come in. Since you were recommended by the Missionary Society, I assume you know the difference between right and wrong. What have you to say for yourself?
I'm sorry that you were worried, but I didn't damage the book. I've been very careful with all of them.
All of them? You've done this before?
Yes, sir. I have read a whole shelf on China, and I'm in the middle of another.
Did it ever occur to you that you might ask if you could borrow the books?
I was afraid you'd say no, and I had to read them. I'm going to China, and I have to learn all I can about it. Oh, Sir Francis, only half of my ticket is paid for, and if I can keep this job just a little longer, I promise you...
Stop fussing, girl. Sit down. Now, what's all this about your going to China? Is the mission sending you?
No, they don't think I'd be any good. I'm going on my own.
You can't just wander into China without a job, without a destination, without money.
Oh, I'm planning to have at least £5 over and above my fare.
£5? Mm-hmm. But, my dear girl, why? Why must it be China?
You feel where you belong, as if you were told. For me, it's China.
Give up this ridiculous adolescent idea.
But I can help out there.
Help? How can you help? You're not a trained nurse or a welfare worker. You're not even a good...
I want to be a missionary.
A missionary? You? Take my advice. Stay here, my girl, and go on polishing the furniture. You'll do far more good.
No, I won't. It doesn't matter why I feel that God wants me to go to China. The important thing is that I feel it, and because I do, I'll go. No matter what you or anyone else can say. If I can't stay here and earn the money that I need, then I'll go somewhere else.
I see. You may keep your job.
Thank you.
You're a foolish, stubborn girl, unquestionably heading for trouble. However, I shall worry less if some of the more obvious idiocy is removed from your plans. I've outlived all my missionary friends in China except one, Jenny Lawson, worth any 10 women I've ever known. Mind you, I don't promise anything, but I'll drop her a line when I have a moment. She must be getting on. It's possible she could do with a strong young helper. Ah, yes, here it is, her last address. Hmm?
Did you pin your passport into your underthings the way I told you? If anyone wants to see it, they must just wait while you go to the ladies and get it. After all, you're a British subject.
Why, there is Mr. Murphy. How kind of you to come.
Well, I'm interested naturally. Some shortbread. Mrs. Murphy made it.
Is this the Aylward expedition?
Sir Francis.
I forgot to give you this at the house. It's been with me on quite a few treks. You'll find it useful on cold nights.
Thank you, Sir Francis. Miss Thompson gave me a camera and Mr. Murphy some shortbread. Oh, Sir Francis, Mr. Murphy from the travel agency.
I'd better be putting your luggage in, Gladys. It's getting time.
What are you planning to do? Trade with the natives?
Oh, I thought I was going to make my own tea and save some money.
Boil everything, I told her, foreigners being what they are.
Very sensible, very English. Now remember, the mission at Tennessee will get you in touch with Mrs. Lawson at Wang Cheng. At least you have a destination. That's something.
It's more than enough. I might not be leaving today if it was not for you.
That is a thought that gives me no peace of mind. Well, off you go.
Are you afraid, Gladys?
My dear, it's not too late to back out. I would, honestly.
Goodbye. Goodbye, dear friends.
Все выходите! Юрга! Выходить! Все выходите! Юрга!
Conductor, can't you tell me what is happening? Jurga, what is Jurga?
А, английский. Английская.
English spoken.
Oh, good. Can you tell me what is happening?
We arrived to the village Jurga. You must disembark.
No, I have a ticket to Harbin.
Нет, Харбин, Юрга.
Harbin across border of China. There is argument.
Well, I go as far as I can. Thank you just the same.
Английская.
English spoken with excellence. Yes?
Yes, very.
Англичанка! А это что? Женщина! Это неприлично!
Stop shouting at me. I can't understand a word you're saying. Didn't you hear the conductor say that I'm English? Alinsky,
Комиссар. О, товарищ комиссар, позвольте.
В чем дело? В чем дело?
Но посмотрите, вот, эта женщина. Говорит англичанка.
You cannot stay here. You, woman alone. Soldier, men, not moral. Your passport, please.
Паспорт.
Passport.
Паспорт! А вы что здесь? Ну пошли вон отсюда! Да скорее!
I'm on my way to China, but I was supposed to stop in
Нет,
Harbin.
нет, нет. Next station, you go out. You are by profession machinery? China, no machinery. Why go there? Here in USSR machinery. Good. Tractors, combine, conveyors. You stay here. Machinery, China, too.
Да, да.
I'm not that kind of machinery. I'm a missionary. I'm going to China as a missionary with a Bible.
Что она там?
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to...
Постой! Постой! Понял!
Ты
Yes,
что,
yes,
что ты
that's
на
it.
меня крестишься?
Ну,
That's it,
она
yes.
молится.
Ну, кому она молится?
Ну, что она священник?
Ну, какой она священник?
Ну, в Китае, может быть, нет? Пускай едет.
Ну, хорошо, поезжай.
Ну,
поезжай.
садись,
Поезжай,
голубушка,
садись,
поезжай.
хорошо.
Ну, с Богом. Пойдем.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on now.
Wang Chang!
This place, Miss Lawson, very nice.
Are you Mrs. Lawson?
Yes. You're Gladys Aylward. Good for you. I didn't think you'd make it. Get down, girl. You're home. Come in and see our grubby palace. Oh, don't get too discouraged. We'll fix it up.
Isn't it very big?
That's why I bought it. It's an old inn. We are going to reopen it. You and I and young my cook. That gave you a jolt, didn't it? You didn't come out here to be an innkeeper. You came out to be a missionary and teach the word.
Well, didn't you?
You know, Gladys, I've never been this far north in China before. Very few missionaries have. Oh, there are a few in Chuchao, Tianjin, the big cities. But there's never been one in Wangcheng before. Nor any white person, chances are.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, thank you.
Now, people here call men in the next village foreigners and suspect them. So why should they listen to us?
But then how do you hope to reach them?
We're after something bigger. The mule trains pass through here. They stay the night at the inns and then go on their way. These muleteers are the newspapers of North China. If we can make one of them listen to us and believe, we reach more people than there are in Wangcheng. Come on in. It's even worse inside.
Why would they stay at our inn?
Because we're going to charge them what the others do for food and lodging and offer something the others don't. First, no bugs. Second, stories, which the Chinese love, free with their dinner. I've got a good one for them to listen to and repeat. Once upon a time, in a little town called Bethlehem, a baby was born.
Oh, it's a wonderful idea.
Well, the mission center at Chongqing put up the money, but they weren't that enthusiastic. Come along in here. Now, there's Yang, my cook. Yang, this is Miss Gladys, who's going to be our new helper. Yang's been with me 20 years, and in case you should think our work's easy, he still isn't a Christian. He stays with me because he thinks foreigners are funny. Now come and see the rest.
Why is it built this way?
Oh, it's a can. It's heated from underneath, like an oven.
A can? What is a can for?
A community bed. You'll find them in every inn in North China. We've got lots of rooms, but when winter comes, this is the bed everybody will be in.
You mean together?
30, 40, 50 at a time, all fully clothed and ignoring each other. It gets cold here, you'll find out.
Miss Lawson, I go shop now.
Why not go with him? Might as well see what you let yourself in for.
She go like that?
Oh, I'll get her some proper things.
I wait for you outside courtyard.
The merchants will start raising their prices on us if they see you in those clothes. They'll take you for a rich foreigner.
Rich? In these?
For people as poor as they are, yes. My dear girl, you're in China now.
Yes. Yes, I know.
Oh, my, you look like a Chinese woman. We go now. Miss Jenny like you. You stay when she die?
Oh, Yang.
She's very old, cannot live long.
It isn't nice talking about people dying.
You funny, just like her. Good, you stay in China, I stay with you.
Yang, I've tried to learn Chinese from a book, but...
don't know, I teach. We point things, then I tell you. Oh. Saint John. Foreigner call him Mandarin. He, like judge, very important. He say die, you die. This is house where he lives. Chinese called Xinjianfu.
Xianzangfu. Xianzangfu. Are all those girls his daughters?
Not exactly daughters, more like wives. But not exactly wives. I go shop here.
Are you going to stay long?
Oh, yes, plenty. First gossip. Then he tell me how much what I want cost. I say no, I go. He call me back, more argue. Plenty long time.
I'll walk around a little by myself. I'll find the way back.
Yes, but don't forget, you foreign devil here.
But I'm sorry, I didn't mean any harm.
Like him.
Man was a murderer. He was tried before the Mandarin, proved guilty, and executed. That's their law.
But to chop off his head.
Well, I don't suppose hanging's a pretty sight, but that's what we do in England. That's our law.
But it is different. This is so horrible, so bloodthirsty. And the way people act. Those women, maybe they were frightened, but what about the men in that dragon place? And yelling and screaming at me for no reason at all.
They had a reason. That dragon place, as you call it, was for men only. Ah, there's much that is horrible in China, as in any country. Babies left to die in ditches, the poor preying on the poor. Many things. But they'll change. One thing at a time with the help of the Lord. And that's what we're here for. In this dirty room to try to help. It's a hard life for a young woman. But it won't seem hard, I promise you. When you're my age and look back, it'll only seem beautiful. The Inn of the Sixth Happiness. Ah, it sounds quite oriental, doesn't it?
Yes. Yes. But Yang says that everybody in China wishes you the 5 happinesses. Wealth, longevity, good health, virtue, and
a peaceful death in old age.
Yes, but he didn't mention any more. What is the 6th happiness?
That you must find out for yourself. Each person decides in his own heart what the 6th happiness is. Come on. Oh, so much still to be done. The windows, the balcony, the roof.
Do you think we should have waited a little longer to open?
Can't afford to. I've used up all the year's allowance from the centre doing what fixing we have done. Can't do any more until we made some money. But don't worry, we will. Mule trains are passing through every day.
I only hope some of them will stop here.
Ah, well, that's your job. You've got to stand outside like a regular Chinese innkeeper and shout to them to come in.
With my 20 words of Chinese.
Go and ask Yang what to shout.
All right.
Oh, Mrs. Lawson, what are you doing? Dividing it up so the mules won't fall all over
these
each
baits
other.
are heavy. Let me do it now.
Don't bury me before I'm ready.
I have to order to the mule drivers. What shall I say to them?
Oh, I tell you. 没有把声，没有 get down， 我们讲故事，好啊，来呀。We have no bugs, we have no fleas. We do have stories. Good, come. Now, start. 没有把声，
没有把声，
没有 get down，
没有 get down。
我们讲故事，
我们讲故事，
故事，
故事，
好啊，
好啊，
来呀，
来呀，好啊，来呀。That's the second one that passed by. What shall I do now?
Well, get the lead mule in. The rest will follow. Once they start on the fodder, nothing will get them out.
Oh, I can't drag them in, can I?
Yongwitse. That means foreign devil. I'm delighted that you have no fleas.
Oh, you speak English. That's wonderful.
Wonderful. To an Englishman, perhaps. Where's the Shenzhen Fu, please?
Oh, it's down the road. But could you tell me, why did the men run away?
They've probably never seen a white person before, especially one bent on capturing their mules.
Oh, could you tell them there's nothing to be afraid of?
Only if it's true.
Of course it is. Mrs. Lawson, who owns the inn, is a missionary.
The most frightening kind of foreign devil.
I welcome you to Wang Cheng, Captain Linan. As a government representative, you honor us with a visit.
In the future, you will be honored by other representatives, Yen Sang. China is going to be one country, not a group of weak provinces left to their own devices.
You're an intelligence officer, Captain, according to your credentials. May one ask, have you come to impart intelligence or to obtain it?
Both. Primarily, I'm here to observe. The government wishes to know more about this isolated region. Its terrain, its population, its problems.
The terrain is mountainous, the population is peasant, and the problem, as always, is to stay alive. Continue.
I'm instructed to tell you that in some remote areas of China, the laws concerning taxes, the registration of birth and death, and the prohibition against the foot binding of women are not being properly enforced.
But foot binding is a very old custom. Some of the people will never obey this law.
You must appoint a foot inspector who will see that they do. This is part of a program aimed at the equality of women.
The equality of women? That is amusing.
The government is interested in the opinion of the local officials, in their functions, their efficiency, how they run their prisons, their modes of execution, their corruption, or lack of corruption. Elimination of concubines, the management of government funds, even their manner of dress. Now, shall I make a formal protest about the foot-binding law in your name?
I think not, Captain. It is better to bend with the wind when it blows. We will have tea.
Mine will not be a long visit.
However long, it will be too short. I fear you will find us very backward. As you said, our district is isolated from this world.
Not so isolated that the missionaries haven't found you. My mule train was waylaid at an inn they seem to run. So you don't object to the presence of foreigners in your city?
What is a foreigner, Captain? How would you describe yourself?
My heart and my mind are Chinese. Only my blood is mixed.
If I have offended a guest in my house, I shall not forgive myself.
It's my own mixed blood which offends me, since I believe China should be for the Chinese.
I cannot speak for all China, just for this one district. Poor and weak as it is, I am confident it can survive many things. New laws, no concubines, even 2 eccentric English women.
Oh, Mrs. Lawson. Oh, wait. All right. I lifted a pot.
And a bale of hay this afternoon.
Yes, and tomorrow I may move all the furniture or start on the balconies. And you're my helper, not my nurse.
But I can't help with the real work. Not yet. I can't go in there and tell stories in Chinese. But I can free you for what is important, and if you won't let me, I don't know why I'm here.
You're here because I need you. And I'm a dreadful old woman. And it isn't every day of the week, I'd admit it.
They eat like starved, much like food.
Now all they've got to do is to like the stories. Pray. That's an order.
Sei Bethlehem Jesus zu Schritta, na I Tien Shang, Chu Xian La, Yi Ge Sing, Sir Ge Sing, Ba Di Ge, Dung Ming Ren, Ling Dao, Zhu.
Are they listening? I can't tell.
Mandarin servant from Xinjiang.
What do you think he wants?
Maybe make us close down. Maybe this is last supper, like Bible say.
One Herald King. John Light, Yao Zhou, Judea Kid.
Not to worry. He wants chief mule driver get baggage for important person. Yes, that's Xinjiang Fu.
Sing, sing, King Herod说，也许在Bethlehem城里，你们
Putka.
早
就听光故事。
到了，回来告诉。
He said, very important person, wait. He want to hear end of story.
He does. So, Yang, then they all have been listening.
Shh.
Mrs. Lawson! Mrs. Lawson! Mrs. Lawson! Get a doctor quickly.
They will stone anyone who goes into the mountain villages and orders the women's feet unbound. No one wants the position of foot inspector. I have approached every likely candidate.
It is my impression that in other matters you command rather than approach. In your own interest, I would like you to say...
Senjiang, are you well?
Yes, I am well. Who are you?
Senjiang, I am the servant of the foreign women. The old one has fallen from a great height. Senjiang, please, you doctor.
Senjiang's doctor?
My doctor. Would you like me to go with him because of the language problem?
Ah, perhaps it would be better. 2 women in a strange land. Get the doctor.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me.
Bethlehem. Good. In 1 week, you'll learn much.
Oh, it's not enough. It'll be ages before I can really tell the Bible stories.
Not to worry. Until you can, I tell.
Oh, Jan, you don't believe them.
Don't have to. Good stories anyway. You want to worry? Worry about food. 2 days more, no more.
I knew you wanted it the moment it came.
Thank you. Please don't go. Oh, they don't believe in the inn. They only agreed to it reluctantly out of respect for Mrs. Lawson's vast experience in China. Without her or a person equally qualified, the project is hopeless. Our advice is to abandon it and come to Shenzhen. In gratitude for your help to our dear colleague, we will arrange for your return fare to England. But with that money, I could open the inn. Why don't they give it to me?
They gave their reasons.
Yes. One reason, always the same one. I'm not qualified. I was a servant in England, that's what they mean. But I came here when they said I couldn't. And I'll stay here, though they say I can't.
I'm going back to Xiancheng in the morning. I'll be glad to see that you get there safely.
I'm not going to leave.
You're angry and disappointed. That's understandable. But you must be realistic. You cannot stay.
I'll go to the food merchants. I'll beg them.
They will not give you credit. You will not be able to open the inn. You have no friends. You have no money. You don't know the language. We're in the most isolated part of a country, entering a period of violent conflicts from within and without. It isn't your country. It isn't your problem. You're white. You shouldn't be in China at all.
How can you say that when you're part white?
I'm half white. In your world, I can only be a second-class citizen. I chose China because here I'm allowed to be of value.
That's why I came here, to be of value.
How? By trying to make people believe what you believe? By saving souls who don't want to be saved? Who will agree to anything for an extra bowl of rice? And laugh at you once the rice is eaten. Oh, to argue about such things is to argue about shadows. The dangers that confront you, those are real. Leave now, while you still can. Go back to England where you belong.
If I feel that God wants me in China, then this is where I belong.
In that case, I'll leave you in his hands. Obviously, you don't need my help.
Captain Lin, I know you think I'm stubborn, but I'm not ungrateful. For you to be concerned, to bother, it is very kind.
If I were really kind, I'd have you ordered out of Wangcheng. But since I'm not obsessed with saving souls or lives, I wish you well.
A pleasant journey, a swift return.
You honor me, Xian-Sang.
I am told that you are not able to persuade the foreign woman to leave.
She's a very foolish young woman.
Clearly, if she closed her ears to your advice.
When she goes, it would be an act of charity to help her, Xian-Sang.
If that is your wish, it seems possible, however, that she will not go.
She'll go. They all go, the outsiders, the do-gooders, in time.
How I envy the young men of China. How I regret I was born too soon to be so sure of everything.
And how I regret I cannot report to my superiors that the law against foot binding is being fully enforced in the district of Wangcheng.
It is being enforced.
In the city itself, perhaps, but not in the outlying villages, Xian-Sang.
Nor can it be. That is my first foot inspector. Numbers 2 and 3 are not yet able to leave their beds.
My superiors will probably understand your difficulties. But since they will certainly reduce your income till their orders are obeyed, I would appoint number 4 if I were you. And if necessary, 5 and 6 and so on.
Whom shall I appoint? Those men who are not frightened of the job are disgusted by it. They say it is not man's work to inspect the feet of women.
Then appoint a woman. It's an interesting problem, Xian-Sang. I shall be happy to hear you have solved it.
Then be happy, Captain. I've just solved it.
I'm delighted.
How kind of you to rejoice for me.
不准把女孩子的脚缠小了。30以下的女人缠脚的，把脚放了。
Mandarin say Captain Lin asked him to help you, so he offered you a job on his staff, foot inspector.
Foot inspector?
走开！
Foot inspector will tour district, see people no more bind feet of female children to make small. A female under 30, unbind.
Well, I certainly approve of that. Yet I suppose you can go with me until I can speak more Chinese. But will the people listen to us?
He sends soldiers. Make listen.
Ask him how much I'd get for it.
姑娘要知道她的报酬是多么。
我告诉过你了。
What did he say?
Well, he said, maybe you worth something, maybe not. When you come back from first village and report, Mandarin tell you.
快决定。
Decide fast, he said. He does not need you. He make this offer to be kind.
It is kind of him. And the captain. Yes, it is young. And it might pay enough to start the inn. I have to take it. Tell him yes and thank him.
姑娘做定了，答应了，多谢省长。
很好，就这么办吧。
我们村里面准备改变我们的习惯，有一个习惯，我们把口味打破演讲，听讲，听讲。
Tell them it is not a bad law, it is a good law. Tell the women I am speaking to them. This law is for them and their children. It's wrong for them to hobble on crippled feet.
奶奶，这个命令对你们的小孩子是好意的，不是坏的。
闹，不准闹，大家安静的听。
If the Mandarin knew that the people felt this way about the law, why didn't he warn me?
He need foot inspector. If anything happens to you, what does he lose?
Is there not one mother? Is there not one mother in Pichu that loves her little girl enough to let me unbind her feet?
有没有一个母亲爱她的女孩子，当姑娘把她捧着啊？有没有一个母亲爱她的女子，把她姑娘把她捧着？有没有一个母亲啊？有没有？有没有？
他们都不成。
All persons say unbind her feet.
No, no, the pain would kill her. She couldn't walk. Her feet have been bound too long. Tell her the law is for the children and young women. No.
奶奶，这个命令是对你们小孩子说的。
我最最烦了，我疼孩子，他们不疼，我是最烦。
She says, unbind her feet. Let the young women see that she cares more for their children than they do. Do it, or she will do it herself.
No, I can't. I can't. Oh.
Tuesday. She said, unbind her child's feet.
There. That is good. Don't be frightened. It won't take long. If God wanted little girls to have stubby, horrid feet, he would have made them that way, wouldn't he?
What use? The father will order them bound again.
Look at her feet. Look at them. Take these. If you want her feet bound again, you bind them. You listen to her scream, not a woman. You.
不要请教，你听到就吗？不要请教。
Oh, Yang, what is happening? What is it?
I don't know. Maybe the women have their feet unbound. 好好好，小孩子要不要放脚？好好，小孩子不要放脚。好，好好好好，挺好挺好。Mandarin is pleased with his new servant. She has done well. As reward, he make you official foot inspector. You will also carry messages for him to the far villages and stop foot binding everywhere. Besides all this honor, He gave you a horse for your journeys and 1 yuan a month pay.
I'm not staying in one chain to be his foot inspector.
This is Mandarin.
But to run the inn. I want credit arranged with the food merchants. And I want it understood that when I take his messages to the people, I am also going to tell them of my own beliefs. It's only with honesty that I can take this job. Though it was not with honesty or kindness that he offered it to me.
这是什么？
沈家，姑娘说，她到乡下去的时候，她也有请教。
我答应，这次我原谅她。她这女人有脾气，可是胆大，好。
Mandarin agreed to what you ask and forgive you for the way you speak to him this time. In a world full of frightened people, he lacks courage wherever he finds it, even in a rude and angry woman.
I'm the Mandarin's servant. These were the years of endless work and contentment. Soon every muleteer who traveled the old trade routes knew of the Inn of the Sixth Happiness. But my happinesses were too many to count. The happiness of being one of them, of being called by my new name, Genai, the one who loves people. Of learning to speak their language. Of being able to talk to the people in the marketplace, to my neighbors in the fields, and my friends in every village in the mountains. The happiness of watching the seasons turn and change from autumn to winter, from winter to spring. The happiness of beginning new things that every year brought a harvest of inner happiness from teaching the children God had let me borrow. Now we learn a song that I knew when I was a little girl. It goes like this. This old man, he played one.
This old man, he played one.
He played knick-knack on my drum.
Good morning, Genai.
Morning, Genai.
Are you well, Shenzan?
I am well enough, Genai.
Morning, Genai.
Good morning.
It's okay.
How beautifully you paint, Shenzan.
It requires patience, a virtue of which I have great need.
Have the recent emissaries from the government annoyed you?
Government emissaries I am used to these days. They even want me to wear some kind of uniform. But no, Genai. The source of my annoyance is closer to home. It is you. You have attained importance throughout the district, and with good reason. Your name is as well known as my own. You are loved by the people even more than I am. And with that I am content. Xian-san should be feared and obeyed, not loved.
But you are all these things.
Do not compliment me. Do not manage me. Do not be so Chinese, Genai.
I'm sorry, but I meant it.
You are loved by the people, I said. But my officials, they do not love you. Every day there is another complaint about you. The official in charge of road building complains that you urge his schoolies to demand more money. The prison warden complains that you badger him with questions about the welfare of the convicts. In short, they tell me that you are an interfering woman.
I probably am, Xian-san. But you have to interfere with what is wrong if you hope to make it right.
But that is what I tell them. Of what are you guilty, I ask, that you object to her interfering?
Then you don't object?
Certainly not. Bother the officials all you wish. Embarrass them. Ask them questions. Badger them. But leave the women of my household alone.
Oh.
Exactly. Did you not tell them that no human being should be subject to the will of another? And did you not tell them that to obey any man unquestioningly was old-fashioned? And have you not been teaching them to read? Where will it end? With your converting them? With hymns being sung in my Xian San Fu?
I have not tried to convert them.
Why not? Why stop at that? I'm surprised that you've never attempted to convert me.
I may be an interfering woman, Xianzang, but I'm not a completely foolish one. I know when I have met my master.
Xianzhang! Xianzhang, the chief guard of the prison has just arrived. There is trouble.
Chief guard, where is the prison warden?
He is nowhere to be found in Wangjing, Xianzhang.
What's the trouble?
The convicts are rioting. They are like madmen. Do I have your approval to shoot them from the walls?
Perhaps it would be better just to leave them there. They will hunger in time and listen to reason. Of course, they may wreck the prison.
Before the prison warden left, he gave me orders to shoot them.
But the convicts are in the prison warden's charge to be cared for, not to be murdered. But can't this man go in and talk to them, reason with them? Or is he afraid?
It is unfair to goad him into danger. I would not order him in there to die, Genai. In this mood, the convicts would kill anyone who tried to reason with them.
But it is his duty to restore order, not to slaughter people.
Let others go in. I will not. This riot is not of my making. I'm not responsible for
You're
it.
responsible for order in the prison.
I have heard that you say everywhere you have a God who protects you from harm. Even in prison, we have heard it. Well, I have no such God. You go in. Surely you cannot be killed.
It is the safety of the soul that my faith promises, not of the body. With your permission, Shenzang, I'll go to the prison. I'll try.
I have many convicts, but only one foot inspector. Shall I lose your services so that you may save the face of your religion?
If my religion loses face, how will my service be of value?
Do not go in, Genai. Admit you are afraid.
Yes, I am afraid. Open the gate. Genai, I want to speak to you.
No! It is Genai, the one who tries to help the people.
Genai.
Give me that axe. Go and sit against the wall and rest You're tired. Bring the wounded. Bring the wounded into the shade. Choose a man to speak for you.
Lee.
Form into a line, right there.
They have chosen me.
Who are you?
My name is Lee. I have been inside these walls for 8 years now.
And before that?
I was a teacher.
How did the riot start?
Because of hunger.
Aren't you fed enough?
Not ever enough. The warden steals our ration and sells it.
What do you do here all day?
We sit, or we pace, or we fight. Men should have work. But to the warden, we are no longer men.
Tell the men. It will change. I will speak to the Xianzang. I promise you it will change.
It has been a long time since we have tasted tea together in my humble abode.
You honor me, Xianzang.
Xianzang.
We were not to be disturbed.
Xianzang, I told Zhenai you were not to be disturbed.
Zhenai has returned. Unharmed.
Yes, Xianzang, but angry, very angry.
My foot inspector, you will forgive an interruption. Send Zhenai in.
An exceptional name, Zhenai, the one who loves people.
In Wangcheng, even the foot inspector is exceptional.
Xianzang, what I found in that prison is a disgrace to...
Yes, she is still here.
And if I am, it's thanks to you. But don't you remember? When you left, you asked the Xianzang to help me.
To help her leave, wasn't it?
To help me leave?
Ah, perhaps I misunderstood.
Perhaps I misunderstood a moment ago. I thought you said there were no foreigners in Wangcheng.
Nor are there.
I'm a Chinese citizen.
You gave up British citizenship?
I once told you that I belonged here. And the government must have thought so too, or they wouldn't have accepted me. So you see, Captain, you were wrong.
Our friend is a colonel now, though equally wrong, of course.
May I speak about the prison now?
Sit down, Jenna. I regret to say there's been a riot.
The riot is over, Xianzang, but not the misery that caused it. First, the convicts have been starved. The warden was stealing their food allotments.
He will be found and severely punished. A new warden will be appointed at once. But perhaps, as the government representative, you would prefer to rule on this case.
There's no need. You are doing as the government would wish.
Xianzang, just as important as the men's need for food is their need for work. When I left the prison, I went to a farmer nearby. If the convicts are allowed to work in his fields, he'll pay them with food. Well, this would keep them active and add to their food allotment.
Permission is given.
But one more thing. During the riot, the prison was badly damaged. It should be repaired.
The year's funds for prison repairs has already been used. Can more be obtained?
Not at this time. Our money must go to more important things.
But what could be more important?
A war. We're expecting a Japanese attack.
A war? But if this should happen, why should they attack this region? We're so poor, so isolated.
An innkeeper, foot inspector, prison reformer, and now a military expert.
Careful, Colonel. No one is more trusted by the mountain people than Zhenai. You may need her to send your orders to them. There are new taxes, new quotas for the army.
Yes, and there's a message to them. When the invaders come, they are not to be met peacefully as in the past. They're to be fought. Each man must fight. Each man must kill.
I cannot take that message. To me, killing is a mortal sin.
You're a citizen of China. You will obey its laws.
when the laws of China conflict with the laws of my faith, I know which one to obey.
Now, on the night the baby Lord Jesus was born, in that stable in Bethlehem, several came to bow down to him and his mother, the Lady Mary. They were 3 powerful warlords known as the Magi, who brought many fine gifts. And still another, a wonderful man, a sea captain named Noah, came to visit Jesus. His ship was called Noah's Ark. The Lord Jesus liked this Noah, for he was a wise man, especially in the ways of animals, whom he often took sailing in his ark. This man, Noah... This man, Noah, was born long before the Lord Jesus, but men in those days lived to be very old. So, no one can be sure, no one at all, that Noah did not visit Jesus in that stable in Bethlehem.
May I speak with you a moment? Since you won't take the new orders around the district, I must. Do you object to my traveling with you on your next tour?
No.
And to introduce me to the village elders?
I'm leaving tomorrow morning, as soon as it's light. But I have to stop at the prison first, if that is convenient.
Perfectly. I'll meet you here.
I remembered you as a friend. I know we think differently about things, but I can't understand why you were so hostile at the Shenzangfeng.
I'm not hostile to you personally. I have few personal feelings.
With the Shenzang's approval, your new prison warden gives you leave to plant the little field outside the wall for your own use. It isn't much, but it is a beginning.
We thank you, Janai. We are grateful.
Surely that was a great opportunity for making converts. Aren't you neglecting your missionary work?
Is that what you think it is? Collecting converts, the way a child collects pretty stones.
Is it anything else?
To me, it's making each man know that he counts. Whether he believes in Christ or Buddha or nothing, Colonel, like you.
I believe in China as it can be.
I love China the way it is.
Filthy, ignorant, backward?
No, but if your house is dirty, you can clean it. One can make improvements, even in small corners like this prison.
If enemies plan to burn your house, is it the time to clean or to fight?
The village elder tells me that except for those citizens under 5 years old, you all know every word in the first reader. So here's the second one. And it's much harder. And I'll tell the Shenzang that in picture, all the toes can wiggle. And everyone can read. And that finishes my business. Colonel Lin, an officer in our army, will now talk to you.
I bring bad news. And orders that mean hardship. The government believes that our country will soon be attacked by the Japanese. Because this may well start here in the north, this concerns you.
They will not bother us. This is a small, poor village.
This is a small, poor finger. It must do its part if I'm attacked, or it will become a small, dead finger. A large army is being trained to defend you. To maintain it, you must give half your grain and livestock. All men must register for the army. Many will be taken, but those at home must fight too. They will kill the enemy if they can, burn the crops that might feed him, And plant again when he's gone. Read the orders.
General, must we obey this man?
It is not for me to tell you what you should obey or not obey, but of course you must listen. The colonel speaks for the government. You mustn't mind. They are just terribly suspicious of foreigners.
The 4 villages we visited. Has anyone listened to me?
They've listened. They'll fight. People are always ready to fight.
I appreciate you're not trying to influence them differently.
My conscience is my own affair. And theirs is theirs. And yours is yours.
We wait for you, deny.
A fine greeting.
And now, look what you bring. Let him go. Why not the police, huh? Come on.
Those bandits are obviously your friends. Are there more of them?
Only about 20. It's a small band. They are poor, ignorant men who need help. One of them has been hurt. I want to see what I can do. Hoka says that you can wait here without harm. If you give me your word, you'll forget you ever saw them.
All right, I promise. On one condition, that I can go with you and talk to them. 20 bandits used to these mountains. They'll make excellent scouts for us.
Come on, Janai.
You never miss an opportunity, do you?
You do your work, Janai. I do mine, all right?
Janai!
I'll speak to him. Hoka! He promises, but only if he can come up and talk to you.
All right.
It's all right, Colonel.
The government believes that our country will soon be attacked by the Japanese. When it comes, you can perform an important service by scouting the enemy. If you will help, you will be pardoned for all your crimes and become honored citizens again. You will not have to hide in the mountains like thieves. Think about it. You can be of valuable help in the north if it starts here. That's all I have to say.
Your friend makes a fine speech. He says we're all going to be heroes. If the Japanese come, we'll all be honored dead, I think. Thieves and citizens alike. Is he going to be all right, you know?
I don't know enough to be sure. But at least I got the wound clean.
Well, use your medicine to make him well. He's a good man.
He's a bad man, Hoka, just like you. But I will use the medicine. If your men don't rob or kill for 8 weeks.
4 weeks. I can kill you and take the medicine.
Go ahead. No killing or robbery for 8 weeks. Or I let this man rot.
All right. But you're getting very hard, and I like a man.
If Dr. Robinson could see me now, with my convicts, my bandits, and you.
Still, I wonder if in England you wouldn't have had a more normal life. Marriage, children, and all that.
For some people, that never happens, no matter where they are. I have always felt that I was one of those. Maybe Hoka is right. I am like a man.
It's a warm night. Why don't you come for a swim with me? Okar was wrong, Janai. You're not like a man at all.
This village we are coming to will be our last visit. We head back for Wangchang in the morning. The baby should be covered. Do you want it to die that you treat it so?
If it dies, I'll get another. It is easy to get babies. Ask your man.
Be quiet. Did you steal this child?
No, no. It's a girl child, worthless. A beggar gave it to me. I hope you find a good woman with a heart full of pity who would take it.
I'll take it from you. I'll adopt it.
But I need money.
How much?
Janai.
10 yuan.
Janai, you can't be serious.
All I have with me is this lucky piece I brought from England. Could you lend me some money?
Not for this idiocy, no.
6 English money.
No,
Take it. If you don't, the child will die and you'll have nothing.
Don't you see how stupid and pointless this is? You can't adopt every abandoned baby in China.
No, just the ones I'm offered.
What are you going to do with her?
Call her 6, I think. Do you like it?
I said, what are you going to do with her? What do you know about babies?
What is there to know? When they're dirty, you wash them. When they're hungry, you feed them. We'll find an inn and do both.
I will feed the baby, Janai. I spoke to my husband about it. Why don't you let us keep her? We have no girls.
No.
Aren't you being a little selfish? It would be more right for her to be with them.
I like her. I don't want to give her up.
Where will you eat, Janai? You and your friend?
Janai and her friend will eat outside, so that they may quarrel in peace like true friends.
Why do you think it's more right for 6 to stay with them? Because you think she'll mind one day having a white mother?
Because you may mind one day having a Chinese child.
But how can you say that?
Because I know. My mother was Chinese. My father Dutch. He took us to his country after China made him rich. It was a great novelty having a beautiful Chinese wife. So the embarrassment started coming. And the insults. And he divorced her and sent her back. She was a gentle little woman. She never recovered from it. He kept me with him. Empty man needs sons. And I didn't look very Chinese as a child. And then the day came, I wasn't a child anymore. And I don't want 6 ever to tell you what I told him the day I left him.
But you were hurt, Linan. Oh, do you think I would ever hurt a child?
No. You wouldn't. But what if you marry?
Oh, that won't happen.
You said it before. How can you be so sure? You've never met anyone you loved?
Nor anyone who loved me. No, I am not attractive in that way.
But don't you know you're beautiful?
Once in her life, every woman should have that said to her. I thank you for being the one who said it to me. Oh, it's late. I better go in. May I have the baby?
can't wait to see the Xiansang's face when he hears his foot inspector has a baby now.
He'll take it calmly. They always light firecrackers when I come home. Hello, children.
No scoldings. They were good.
We were wonderful. The noise scared her.
Oh.
These are my children. This is my big daughter, Sulan. And my little girl, Maida. And my big son. And my little son, Bao Bao. Children, this is Colonel Lin.
Mother, you forgot to say my name. It's the same as yours, Lynn.
Lynn?
Yes. Yes, we call him Lynn. Children, this little baby's your new sister. Her name is Sixpence. Yang, we can handle one more, can't we?
Can 5 be more trouble than 4?
I found Lynn soon after you left, and I felt you were my first friend in China. So naturally, I named him after you. I hope you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
And so you lectured her on the difficulties of raising children. She thrives on difficulties. She's a very forceful woman.
Yes. Yes, she is. But she's also gentle and trusting. She walks through a world full of evil and sees only children. Not complicated or cruel. Just untidy ones. Needing to be washed and fed and loved.
I see this trip has been eventful for you. And for Jenai?
I don't know. In any case, I shall be leaving soon.
And returning?
No.
Are you troubled, Colonel?
Confused.
A sign of growth. When first we met, you were not capable of confusion. You were sure of everything.
That's the way I must be, Xiansang. My life is planned.
A life that is planned is a closed life, my friend. It can be endured, perhaps. It cannot be lived.
Excuse me, Xiansang.
Write a letter to Jenai. Write and tell her the Colonel sings the praises of my foot inspector, which honors me, and ask her to dine with us this evening. Also tell her I am sending her something which was intended as a gift for her name day. I think this is a more appropriate occasion.
Shendrang, are you well?
I am well, tax collector. This is our guest, Colonel Lin.
Our city is honored, Colonel.
The Honorable Foot Inspector.
I thought it would give you pleasure if she joined us. Look at the elders. They're stunned. They've never dined here with a lone woman before. Officially, that is.
Are you well, Shin-san?
I am well, Jenai, and well pleased. My foot inspector is beautiful.
So you see, Jenai, more than one man has told you that.
It's the Shin-san's gift that is beautiful.
Yes, that too. I am also well pleased with my own judgment.
No disrespect to Xiansang's gift. It is his foot inspector who is beautiful.
You're confusing me.
Many people are confused these days. Let us have dinner and wine and music and discuss it further. We will dine.
left me at the inn, I thought you were angry.
You were wrong, Jenna.
Colonel, Jenna. Colonel, I'm afraid it is the old China which impresses Jenai.
No, I like all of it. I know there are beautiful things in other places, but I couldn't see until I came here. Sometimes I think my life really started in China.
Just a few minutes. Well, it seems to be starting. Enemy troops are massing at several points at our borders.
Is my city in danger?
Not yet, certainly. Though you never know where they'll strike or when or if. Shinsang, I must go now. May I ask a favor? A moment alone with Jenai.
Go into the garden.
I told you once that I have few personal feelings.
You were trying to be unkind.
Perhaps I'm being even more unkind now. I have many personal feelings. For you, all of them. What I wanted to say to you, I tried not to say. I was afraid to say. But I cannot leave with the words unsaid.
There's nothing you can't say to me.
Would it offend you to be loved by a man of another race?
It would honor me.
That makes me very happy. So let's leave it this way, Jenai, till I come back.
come down from there. Oh, children, here, wait here until I get back for you. There's food in the basket, so Lan, watch out for them. Be brave.
What is to become of us? Tell me what to do.
Take the children whose parents are gone and take them to my inn. Are you hurt? No. Jack! Jack! Jack!
Everybody go to the square. To the square, everybody. Everybody go to the square.
Have you seen Yang?
I don't know, Janai. Perhaps. Go to the square. The Xianjiang wants everyone.
Citizens of Wangcheng, Japanese soldiers are close to us, less than a day's march away. We will take refuge in the mountains, on the farms, in the small villages. The officials and I will stay close to Wangcheng to keep watch and to send word to you when it is safe to return. Go now and work for your city and your brothers.
Go to the west gate. It is time now.
It is time now! To the West Gate! It is time! To the West Gate, everyone! To the West Gate, everyone! To the West Gate!
Shanghai!
Lee, what are you doing here?
The prison has been destroyed. Many were killed. The few who survived have been set free. I have come to help, to be of service.
We found Yang.
Where is he? Where is he?
He's behind the marketplace.
Is he hurt?
Badly.
I'll come. Lee, you go on with the children. Follow the Shinsan. I'll see you in Pichu.
You're staying here alone.
I must say goodbye to an old friend.
I die soon. Not so bad to die. Not good, but not so bad. Not to worry, Miss Gladys. Not to worry.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No sign of the enemy, sir, or anyone else. The others are still searching, but the city seems abandoned. Possibly a week.
All right, we go in. Groups of 6, 5 minutes apart. Tell the men. Lieutenant 1?
Yes, sir.
You come with me.
Sergeant Wu, Sergeant Cheng, Sergeant Feng.
things to tell and so many things to ask. All I can think of is, can Sixpence walk now?
Yes. She said her first word last week.
What was it?
She said no.
What is it?
Oh, it's the elders celebrating their return. We were close by in the hills with the Xiansang, and we saw you ride in.
Is it the Xiansang and the Xiansang Fu?
Yes.
I have to talk to him. And to you. Xiansang!
You have found each other. This is a happy night, for many reasons. They will be glad to see the last of us at Peichu, thanks to this young woman. You should see the orphans she has collected there. 10, 15, I've lost count.
Captain, start on with the men. I'll follow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there would be a little time.
Soon there will be all the time in the world. Our troops are advancing. The enemy has been pushed back.
No, Xiansang. They've been withdrawn to join a powerful army which has just crossed our border. We'll bring up everything we have to meet it. The war is just beginning.
They will have to put up with us a little longer at Peichu.
No, Xiansang. You must leave tonight with the elders for the town of Lao.
But Lao is in another province.
Exactly. If you were captured here, the enemy could use you as a puppet governor, issue orders through you, which the people will obey.
You speak as if we were defeated. The battle has not yet been fought.
We will be defeated. We'll hold them up there at the border for as long as we can. But they'll push us back mile by mile, till they suddenly burst through and pour across the north like a river.
I must tell the elders. They are at the temple offering thanks for their homecoming. But we will sit down together one last time.
You could go with him. But Chang is better. It's army headquarters. I'll be sure of finding you there.
You'll find me right here, or in the hills nearby, where I belong.
All missionaries and foreigners are being ordered out of this area.
If it is true, that doesn't apply to me. I'm not an accredited missionary, and I'm a Chinese citizen, not a foreigner. But it isn't true, is it? You don't lie very well.
I want you to promise me you will go. I want you out of it.
Don't wish me out of this, or in any way seek to get me out, for I will not be got out. These are my people, and I will live and die with them.
I want you to be safe. I'm afraid for you.
Oh, I'm afraid for you, too. So many men will die. But I don't love you any less for leaving.
You think I love you less for staying? Janai, life was good to bring us together. Two people who thought that they had to live without love. And tonight again, when everything seemed against it, we found each other. But isn't it asking too much? Even of God, if there is a God, to hope that we will meet again if you stay here. Whatever you decide, let Hoka know. I'll get in touch with him. Whatever you decide, I love you. As long as I'm alive, I will love you.
These robes, in farewell to the past, mine and China's. In a little while, we must leave our city, perhaps for years, perhaps forever. For those of us who are old, certainly forever. Elders of Wang Cheng, I thank you for your help in this time of trouble. But we were born to our trouble. There is one who has taken it upon herself, not from necessity, but from love. Jenai, we thank you for those who are not here, for the dead whose children you have taken as your own, for the poor and the sick and the afflicted, for all the people of Wang Cheng, for the past and for the future. I honor you for your strength. I wish to share with you the faith from which it comes. City recorder, close the books of Wang Cheng with this entry as a sign of respect for the honored foot inspector of this city. The Xian Sang of Wang Cheng has become a Christian.
Oh, I thank you for this great gift.
Jenai, accept my gift. It is offered with love. It is time to go, old friend. Stay here in the Xian San Fu for a little. It will comfort me as I leave to know it. We shall not see each other again, I think. Farewell, Jenna.
How many more can we lose? When the Japanese have gone, if any of our men are still alive, help them.
This is all the food I can spare. I wish I could keep you here longer, but it isn't safe. So be careful and good luck.
If you had gone when the colonel told you, you wouldn't have so many children.
Okay, have you any news of Colonel Lin?
No, many Chinese soldiers are trapped in Suchao. He might be there, I don't know.
She's been hitting me. I did
Let's go in there. I want to speak to you.
Go and play.
There the Japanese are. Here we are, with only Suchao in between. Look, there's only one thing for you to do. That's get out while you have the chance.
That's what I'd planned to do if they came that close, but that was before I had 50 children. And there's no place for them. There's no room in Peichu. I thought of the mountain caves, but it's getting too cold. We have to stay here.
That's foolishness. Get out while you have the chance.
I would, Hoka, if I knew where I could get food for the children, medical care, schooling, all the things that they need. At least the inn is on neutral ground. It's owned by the mission. And I don't think anyone would hurt.
You think the Japanese will feed them?
They are human beings. They might. Oh, I don't know.
You've been awake all night.
I don't know what to do. I've thought, I've prayed. It's no use. I can't find an answer.
I've started the stove. I'll bring you some good hot tea. And then...
Wait!
Your friend went off to the men who brought us. They were afraid. All the way from Sichao, they were afraid.
Sichao? Are you from Sichao? I thought it was taken.
It was, but our missionary got us out. We're from the mission orphanage.
I see. Where were the men supposed to take you, do you know?
It's to you, if your name is Janai. Oh, I have a letter for you from our missionary. My name is Timothy.
I couldn't catch the men. There must be 50 of them.
Oh, Lee, the answer came. It's from the missionary in Sichao. He wouldn't leave his hospital, but there's a home set up for the children in the interior with a school and everything. And they'll take ours. All we have to do is to get them to the mission at Xi'an by November 12th. The army trucks will then take them. No, the army trucks which will take them must leave on that date. But that is 3 weeks away. And it'll only take 1 week on the Honan Road. Oh, these children will be met in Xi'an and taken the rest of the way by the head of the mission center, Dr. Robinson. Dr. Robinson. Oh, children!
Hurry up, men. Get out of your uniforms quickly.
He's coming, Colonel!
She wasn't there. There's no one in Guangcheng but a few old people.
Where did she go? Do they know? Did they tell you?
Xi'an with the children and Li, by way of the Honan Road.
Honan Road? The Japanese have a roadblock on the Honan Road. 30 miles south of Wangcheng. When did she leave?
Yesterday afternoon, on foot.
On foot. With 20 children to slow her down.
With 100 children to slow her down.
100 children. think I'd reach in time. Janai, you're walking straight into an enemy roadblock.
Oh, I have to get these children to Xi'an. I can't go back with them. Not a handful would survive the winter.
Yes, but the roadblock...
The mountains. I can get them across the mountains. It's long. That's the only trouble.
It is twice as long, terribly dangerous, and impossible for you alone. On foot with 100 children, and I can't go with you. My orders are to start the resistance here with the people and the soldiers who are left.
But even if you could go with me, you'd only put us in danger, you or any soldier. This way we have nothing to hide if we're caught. I can explain who we are and where we're going.
If you're given a chance to explain, if the journey doesn't kill you.
No. No, I think this journey was meant for me. Lena, I think this is why God wanted me to come to China. To get these children out.
Remember to avoid the traveled roads and look for the hidden ones. I've marked the distance you should cover each day to reach Xi'an in time. When you get there, go to Army headquarters. They will try to get a message through to me in the mountains.
Then you're not going to ask me to stay in Xi'an or to go to safety in the interior with the children.
I know you too well for that now. And I love you too much. I know you'll come back if you can.
I'll give it to our oldest son one day.
You must go while there's still light. A safe journey. A happy return.
Timothy, take 6 plus 1. I thought the big boys were carrying the pot.
They're playing a game. It is good that they're in high spirits.
I'd like to keep them that way, as long as we can.
3 more days, and our food is gone.
But here's the village, and I know the people will help us. We should be there in about 2 days. Should we stop and let them rest?
Let us go on a little longer while it is light.
Up. Come on, children. Come on, children.
Some rice.
you two share that ball. Okay, give me that. You two share it. There. Now you share it with her. You go over there.
There's so little food in this soup.
It's hot. It'll fill their stomachs until they fall asleep.
And when they wake?
I could have 10 more bowls full. Big talk, big stomach.
We'll try and find a crossing upstream.
Children, come down here. Be very careful. Children, come down this way. Careful.
It's too deep. It's over my head. Too dangerous. And cold. Very cold.
But we can't stop now. If we had a rope, we could tie one end to a tree and one of us could get across with the other end. And then we could make a big fire.
Janai, we have some rope and blankets.
Is. It's teeth chattering, and that is all I can hear. You know what we are going to do? Come over here. Come on. We're going to sing a song and drown it out. Take your jacket off. There. We're going to sing. You know this one. Hold it up. There. We're going to sing. You know, this old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my drum. Knick-knack, paddywhack, dip a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home.
Come on. Come on. This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my drum with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played two. He played knick-knack on my tree with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played three. He played knick-knack on my tree.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
So are the children.
Children, run! Come on! Under the trees! Come on! Get up. Come. Children, get up. Get up, children. Come on, children. Come. Oh, they are ours. They are Chinese. Oh.
Woman, where are you taking those children?
I'm trying to get them to Xi'an. We've been walking for days and the children are starving.
Man, feed the children.
Oh, thank you. Do you think that airplane will come back?
I don't know. They were reconnaissance, I think. We had to hide, too. Now, yesterday, we saw some Japanese soldiers in the forest you're coming to. It's very dangerous. There may be more.
Well, we have no other way to go.
I wish we could help you, but our orders take us north.
North, anywhere near Huangcheng?
I don't know.
If you should get near Huangcheng, and if you'd run into a man called Lin, Colonel Lin, would you give him a message from me? Tell him that you met a woman with 100 children. Only 6 days from the Yellow River. And tell him to stay alive. Just to stay alive. How good it was to see them eat.
It would be good to see you eat. Drink this. One of the soldiers gave me a pinch of tea.
This forest. This is where we're going to lose time. No path. The children running off.
I got this chalk from one of the soldiers.
What do you want that for?
Janai, I want to leave ahead of you in the morning and scout.
But if there's danger ahead.
I could mark the trees with this chalk as a guide, and the children could make a game of looking for the marks. It would hurry them, too.
Lee, we better stay together. I don't want you to go alone.
Alone or together, we'll meet what we are meant to. Danger or safety. I will wait for you at the end of the forest.
Mother, you are worried, aren't you?
I'm just tired. We must all sleep.
Mother, do you think we'll be in time for the trucks on the 12th?
Of course the land will be in time. We must be in time.
Mother, when you take us to Xi'an, you're going back, aren't you? To Wenchang. Oh, Mother, will I ever see you again?
Oh,
Mother.
Sulan. You and Lynn and the 3 little ones, you're mine. You're my family. We'll keep together, I promise you. I'll just be gone for a little while. And you'll go to school, and I'll be so proud of you. And then when the war is over, we'll all go home.
We'll all go home. I'll look after the little ones.
Yes.
Until you come back to us.
Mm.
Oh, my mother. You come back to us.
You come back for us. You come back for us. You come back for us.
I found one. I found another one. I found one. I see another.
아래와 나니까! 하야쿠来い! 와! あそこだ! 우대!
Sit down, children, wherever you are. Sit down. Don't move until I get back. Be very quiet. Celine, stay here and watch them. Timothy! Timothy, come with me.
If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things I have spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
got to go. I'm hungry. I'm tired.
Children, no, we can't stay here. We can't stay here. I know you're tired and hungry, but this is the last mountain we are going to cross. And then we'll see the Yellow River and ride across to Siam. Now, you must think how happy our good friend Lee, who is in heaven, would be for us. There. Now, try to be brave. Just a little longer. Now, come on, children. Come on. Look, the river. Go. Let's go.
Dr. Robinson? Have you any news? No, Dr. Robinson. But today is November the 12th, and the truck's at the depot. I'm sorry, you will have to leave.
We're not leaving without those children from Seachow. That message you had from the north, and that colonel in Nan said they were only 6 days away.
That was nearly 2 weeks ago. The mountains they are going through are controlled by the enemy and almost impassable.
I know, but...
There's practically no chance for them to get through.
I know that. The whole city knows that. That's why we've all been praying night and day for those children. Why we'll continue to pray and to wait.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but... The children, they are here! The children from Seachow.
These are the children from the north.
We've been waiting for you.
It was a long journey. I'm sorry we are late.
Late? Oh.
Dr. Robbins, do you remember me? My name used to be Gladys Aylward.
Yes. I remember you. Gladys Aylward. Who wasn't qualified to come to China. Will you come with us to our children's village? I can think of no one who would be more valuable.
Thank you, but I'm going back to Wencheng. I'm going home.